Hi, everyone. I am so excited because I am speaking with author Jeanette Escudero. Yeah.
Hi there.
And she has a brand new book out. She's going to hold it up for us. The Apology Project. Love it.
Pretty, right?
So beautiful. I love book covers. Show the binding because as a book lover, we want to see what we're going to see on our bookshelves. See that? Because now that Pinterest has us all organizing our bookshelves coloring wise, right?
I actually never thought about binding until this book. And I'm like, it has to have something because that's how are you going to Instagram it?
Are you gonna? I know between Instagram and Pinterest, I started looking at my bookshelves. I'm like, hold up, I gotta redo this because I used to do it by genres and names, and now we
Right.
color. If you can't walk into the living room and see a rainbow, it's just not gonna happen. But
you're right.
let us talk about this amazing book. First of all, just so you know, because I don't know if Steph, our favorite person who we love.
Yes.
I told you I went on Amazon last week some point and I said, Steph, what? You have to get me this author. She has so many 5-star reviews.
I'm floored. I can't, I'm so humbled by it.
I'm telling you, when I tell you, because I'm on there all the time, it does not happen. It doesn't happen to authors like Danielle Steele, okay? As quickly as it has happened with this book.
It has. I wasn't expecting that. It's really humbling. When you put out a book, you never know. I mean, I liked it, but my mom liked it. But you don't know who else will like it, right?
Oh, I did. It's all good. No, but I just was like, I have to read this book. I have to talk to this woman. This is a sensation. It is a once in a lifetime thing. And I just have to tell her how happy I am for her. And
thank you.
Book. And, it was words.
I'm glad. That's always it's so moving when I hear those things. You just never know when you put it out there and then you get like the readers and you're like, oh my God.
I am so happy I did. What I always think is like, because I read a lot of books.
Right.
I told this story in under 350 pages, and I am always impressed. More pages doesn't mean better story necessarily. And not that we don't love our big, Twilight books and Harry Potter,
I did.
Not that those aren't something, but when you can tell a story like this in under 350 pages, it makes me happy because first of all, I'm a reader and I like, you don't need that much. And when you want people to read every word, right? And you keep the story like that, it is a gift. And so
thank you. It was a team effort. I mean, it was probably longer. I have great editors at Lake Union with Amazon, and we cut a lot of the things that didn't need, some things were not necessary. I wanted to focus on her story and not so much on John and the love. Or I wanted to be a real true fiction or women's fiction, and I wanted just to be about her. So we took out all the extra stuff. Yeah, and I'm happy with it.
Oh my gosh, Amelia. Let's talk Amelia. Okay. I love how at the end of the book, you talk about the fact that, you were writing this during pandemic, or at least part of it was during pandemic. It kind of changed the way you were looking at things like all of us were.
Right.
But when her story, she's coming up on her 40th birthday. I'm 56. I think she's a baby, but that's okay. People that are turning 40 are allowed to, be all stressed out about 40.
We're all stressed. I'm sure at 50, we'll have Amelia part 2. She'll have other issues.
That's great. But it's so cool. And I don't want to give anything away. So I'm going to let you give us your little, behind the story of this book. Okay.
Yeah. So Amelia's turning 40. She's been working for the last, really out of high school. I mean, she's been working, going to school, went to law school, much like I did. I'm 42 now, or 43. No, 42. I'm 42.
Like that, right?
Or 43, no, 42. Much like Amelia, I went to high school, then college, then law school. I was a lawyer by 25, one of the youngest in my class. And it's just like work. All of a sudden, you're 40. I mean, that's where our stories differ because I did get married. I do have children, but I know so many attorneys or professional women that in an effort to get ahead, they
Yep.
sacrifice a lot of things in their personal life because they want, but at some point they wanted to have it all, right? But time kind of passed, and did they get it all? And what is all really? Because you have this profession, and then what? So what happened with Amelia is that profession kind of, she had some disagreements, let's just say, with her partners.
Yeah.
Might have gone a little physical. There might have been some 1-2 punches.
I love
And
it for her though, because it makes
I can see that happening to me.
Right,
Just
and
like,
that's the thing. It's like, but we want to, right? We want to be her.
yeah. I mean, there's been many a times that I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
take my heel and throw it at him. But she actually did it. And so she's 40 without a job. And what does she have to show for it? Really, she doesn't have any friends anymore, because those friends had kids and they had families and things happen, and just people kind of drifted apart, which happens. And I think it's her story of like finding herself again after so many years, just working, and then really figuring out what really is what makes you happy. Because the work thing went away, and was it really making her happy? And do we need all these friendships that are just, they're fake? We want the real, true friendships. Do we really need 5,000 friendship followers? Those are just followers. Those are not just our friends. So I think it's just a story about finding herself and her journey. It brings her to an apology project where she decides, I'm going to apologize to all these people I wronged throughout my life. And it's just a story about, I think, a funny story, because I tend to find humor in a lot of things, even dark things. And it's just a story about her kind of like, hey, do I need to be apologizing to I'm kind of sick and tired of everything can't be my fault. It's sort of like an unapology project, just apologizing to those that you need and finding herself in her journey.
Absolutely. And I love the beginning, because we can talk beginning stuff.
Yes.
Love how, after she, doesn't have a job anymore, but sister comes to her house, okay, and kind of tries to get her, and
motivated.
I love the way you wrote that, because I could so envision, she's just like, why do I got to get up? What are you talking about? Her sister's like, get up. You have to do something. She's like, what am I going to do? And,
it's that lost feeling, right? Where you're like, why do I need to get dressed in the morning? Why can't I eat Nutella in bed?
That's what I was going to say, don't we all just want to eat Nutella in bed?
Why do I need to do anything more than what I'm doing? And we've all had our moments, I think, where we're like, we've just had enough. I think she had enough, and I love Nina. I love that character. I just found her to be so quirky and funny, and I liked writing her.
Yeah. And in the end, the ending is so amazing. We don't talk the end, but in the end, she just, she finds out things. And that's what we love, books that take us on that journey of her, and we were along for her ride.
Yeah.
And that's,
I wanted her to have her happiness, which might not be perfect for everyone, but it's perfect for her. Not everybody gets a true perfect happily ever after, but you get what is best for you. And I think she got what she needed. And I was happy with her conclusion, with her story and where it went, and kind of like what's in the future for her.
It's one of those books that I'm going to think about.
Oh, yeah. And that's all I can ask for, really. That's a wonderful thing to hear.
Yeah. And you earned every one of those Amazon 5 stars. Okay. You really,
you're so sweet.
I hope what it does for you is like give you, because the next book is always, then you're like, okay, so now I got, now I got to write the next.
Yes. And that's already written and we'll see. It's called Happy-ish. And that one's already written, and that one's a little deeper, but it's funny. I think that, whoever is along my journey with me on my writing journey, they'll see that the topics might be difficult, right? But there's always going to be humor behind it, because if we can't laugh, even at our own selves, what are we going to do? It'll be a very sad world if we can't laugh.
Okay, so that one's in, this one's releasing. Are you then writing like another, like, do you?
So I'm working on a proposal for the third book now, which I don't know where I'm going with it yet, but I'm really happy with the second one. So hopefully we'll get a cover out soon, and hopefully we'll get some first drafts. I'll send one your way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been a crazy journey so far.
Yeah, well, I think you have shown the epitome of having it all. I mean, you got to be a
Oh,
writer, you got to, and now you're experiencing this part of writing. I think that's just amazing. Like, I love seeing
you.
you do that because we don't have to just stick into one thing, right? We can do
Yeah,
other things. And, you know, you're an
yeah.
inspiration. I mean, I thought about you a lot while I was reading it because I knew
Oh,
the story and I was just like, wow, this is just
and
amazing.
you can connect with the law part, right?
I definitely can. I love it.
Yeah,
But
it's the truth, you know. It is. That's an attorney's life sometimes. So
it
yeah,
is.
it's been wonderful, and I've had great reviews. Like you said, I try to avoid reading them because some of them just like, oh my gosh. But when I have gone in and read them, it's just been so overwhelming. I just wow.
You know what? If you ever have doubts, you wake up and you're just like, I just interviewed this one author and he said that he'll wake up in the morning, right? He's got a family and he'll say to his wife, I suck. This guy's got like 20 bucks, right? He's like, I suck. I can't write. I don't know what I was thinking. And then he goes out on a run and he comes back and he's like, oh my God, I am a genius. I just thought of so, but that's a writer's life. It's like that doubt and then that wait, okay, wait.
Yes, I
You know,
mean, it's exactly that. It's you write the book, you love it, then you get an edit back and you're like, it was terrible. Then
oh
you
my
fix it and you say it's wonderful. Then it goes out to the world and you're like, wow, I am terrible. Why did I even do this? Do not read the book. But then you get lovely interviews like yourself, and then it kind of makes it all worth it. So it's fun, you know. I
yeah,
enjoy it.
so cute. You have such a cute smile. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
Show us the book one more time. Everybody, go get it. Came out August 1st. And that's the thing. When I saw those reviews, it was all your pre. I mean, come on. These are
Yeah.
pre reviews, and nobody gets that. And I am so happy, and I can't wait to read your next book.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for hanging out with me this
Yeah,
afternoon.
and we'll do it again when the next.
Yes, yes. And I'm going to send this to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you
You
next time.
too.
I can't wait. Okay.
Take care.